Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Me the Property Guy. And today we'll be looking at two form of real estate investment, and we'll be comparing the two models together. Land banking is very common and very popular. Came into the limelight around 2016, 2015, when a lot of people started investing in Ibeju-Lekki because of the Dangote refinery, and then around 2020, 2021, everyone started rushing to Ekpe because of the airports and the likes. So the other real estate model we'll be comparing with is Leasehold, which is BOT, build, operate, and transfer, where you can earn from apartments in Lagos for a number of years before you transfer it back to the landowners. All right, in case you are coming across a video like this for the first time, this is Meet the Property channel, and this channel is set up for investors like you who are real estate investors, or investors like you who are real estate enthusiasts, or investors like you who are about to be real estate investors, basically. So we discuss everything here. I have a whole playlist on land banking. I've been talking about land banking since like 2021. Talk about almost all the popular estates. I have a video about them that I've discussed about the maturity period, the ROI, and so on. So you can, after this particular episode, you can go through our playlist of land banking and watch the different videos we have done about it to fully understand how this real estate investment model works, basically. All right, so let's go straight into the topic now and start to compare and contrast the land banking investment model and the leasehold build, operate, and transfer investment model. And at each time and each stage you are in your real estate journey, which of these investment models should you be doing? So before we start comparing and contrasting, this is another invitation for you, our viewers, and our lovers and our fans to finally subscribe to our YouTube channel. Is 1 month you've been following us, is 5 months, 6 months you've been following us, and you have not subscribed yet. If you really enjoy what we do, we enjoy the content we put out there, is quite important to us. It's quite personal to me for you to subscribe to our channel. Kindly do subscribe, and if you are subscribed already, kindly follow the instruction on the screen to also turn on the notification button. Nowadays we are posting on our YouTube shorts. We have testimonial videos, allocation videos, site videos, you know, new product alert videos on our YouTube shorts. So if you have turned on the notification button already, as I'm posting these videos, you get notified, and you finally can be able to also take some of the opportunities that my investors are already taking. If you have not joined my investors list yet. All right. So now, the land banking versus the leasehold investment model. Land banking started trending around 2015, 2016, when a lot of investors started going to Igbogun, started going to Foluise, Akodoise, around the Dangote refinery axis to invest most of the Dangote refinery. Then at some point, it moved to Ekpe, Igbonla, Omu, Ketu Ekpe. People are also buying land there because of the airport. Then after a while, it moved to Ibadan. People started going to Moniya because of the train station there. So basically, you are buying land for future development, because of the future development that is coming to the axis, because of the ongoing infrastructure that is happening there. So you want to buy when it's cheap and sell when it's high, basically. So in the past 5 years, 6 years, we've had people invest in Eleko, people invest in Odeomi, people invest in Moniya, Akitu Ekpe, Igbonla, Omu, and people invest in Imota and different parts of emerging locations that are still bush. People go there, buy plots, buy acres, some even buy hectares in these locations, basically. So that's land banking. You are buying for future development, you are buying for future appreciation, and you are buying because of the projected different plans that the government or have started, they're about to start in that location. That's why you want to buy and position in that place early. So land banking. So land banking maturity can be between 5 to 15 years. Just like a lot of people are now starting to realize, some people have 200 million, 150 million, 300 million tied down in land banking, different land banking assets, basically. So you have a 5 to 15 years investment timeline for that property to mature, and for the projected different infrastructures, different developments by the government to mature or to start in that location, for you to now start to make money from your land banking investment. So for land banking, we have maturity 5 to 15 5 to 15 years for maturity. We have so we have liquidation. So if you are doing land banking, you are investing solid. It's solid. What I mean by solid is when you convert your 10 million, your 5 million, your 2 million, your 1 million into that particular land, either it's a bush or whatever that it is that you are buying, your cash goes into a solid asset. So you have to liquidate that solid asset before you can get your cash back. So liquidation. So the property has to mature before you can liquidate. So you have a lot of people that want to sell their land in Lagoon Front right now, or sell their land in Gashias Morganite right now, or sell their land in Metro Bay right now. So liquidation, they want to liquidate, but because the location has not hit maturity, they can't right now. So their funds are tied down there for now, pending when this maturity period, you can get to that maturity period, basically. Then for land banking, you are investing based on projected future appreciation. So you are investing based on projected future appreciation. So you are buying in the sense that, okay, when the airport starts, the land will become this value, or the land will be selling at this value. When the Alaro City kicks off, the land will become this value. When the free trade zone or the Dangote refinery kicks off, the land will become this value. So projected future appreciation, that's what you are investing in for land banking. And land banking really doesn't mean that you are buying a bush. So the location can still be maybe a swamp when you are buying. The location can be maybe they just start to do the road in that location. So you buy that, okay, once they finish this road, I will sell. It's still land banking too, basically. So it's for whatever that is happening at that location that you feel like can change within a time frame, and you are buying when it's still the lowest. So that's the land banking investment model, basically. Now, for our BOT, operate and transfer leasehold, these are apartments mostly. They are buildings, because it's not just only apartments. So we have residential and commercial leasehold. So I've done a video on BOT already. So I'm also going to attach that video somewhere on the screen too, so that you can go back and understand what I mean by BOT, build, operate and transfer. So BOT can be a commercial, can be residential. So you have a number of years to operate these apartments or these buildings before you transfer it back. So you can the operating period can be 15 years, can be 20 years, can be 25 years. So you can invest in a 25 years BOT. So you have 20 years or 25 years to operate that apartment and earn from that apartment. You can invest in a 17 years BOT, build, operate and transfer. So you have 17 years to operate that apartment and earn from that apartment, basically. So in terms of maturity for leasehold, this also has maturity. So unlike land banking, where maturity is like 5 to 15 years, For leasehold, you get to break even around the 7th year, 7th to 8th year. So what I mean by that is, if you invest 6 million naira in a roomself BOT, a roomself apartment BOT, for example, by the 7th or the 8th year, you should have gotten your 6 million naira back from that investment. If you invest in a 30 million naira one bed apartment mini flat BOT, build, operate and transfer, and you have 17 years to operate that apartment, within the 7th to the 8th year, you should have gotten your break even. You should have gotten your 30 million naira back. So that's your break even period maturity. So 7 to 8 years break even period. Then in terms of liquidation, for BOT, is not solid. You are liquid. What I mean by you are liquid is, if you buy a BOT, particularly the ready ones, a build, operate and transfer BOT, you take a let's say a roomself, maybe for 7 million naira BOT, and you have 17 years, likely within 30 days you get your first cash flow from that particular apartment. If it's ready, if it's a ready one that you invest, within 30 days you get your first cash flow. It can be 1 million, it can be 1.1 million. You get that liquid cash, and then you are going to be getting that cash flow every year. And by the 7th or 8th year, you have already gotten your 7 million naira back that you put in that apartment. And then by the 9th to the 17th year, every other thing you are getting now is now return on investment. So it's more liquid compared to if you buy a land, you buy 1 acre, 20 million, your 20 million naira is there, solid, nothing till after maybe 10 years or 12 years, when you can now sell that land and you now get liquid cash back. But for BOT, leasehold BOT, build, operate and transfer, the moment you put your money, if it's an off plan, once it's ready, within 30 days after the apartment is ready, when you start operating the lease, the apartment, you get your first cash flow. So it's liquid. And the good thing about this is, because I can talk about this too, because I do both. I have 31 locations for land banking that I've invested myself: Asaba, Abuja, Ogun State, Ibadan, Oyo, Lagos. I have land banking options there. For leasehold, I have Onike, I have Ladylak, I have Surulere, I have Randu Avenue in Surulere, and Ududua in Surulere, and then Ilaje. So I'm earning, basically. So with leasehold, the good thing is you can dedicate some certain apartments for some certain bills. For my leasehold now, what I did is that where I'm staying right now, the rent is not coming from my income. I have a BOT apartment that pays my rent. So as I collect my cash flow from that apartment, I just pay my rent. If my landlord increases my rent, I'll just go to my BOT too and increase the rent to cash up. That's all. My office, the rent of my office, I've also moved it to a BOT too. So as I collect the money or collect the income from that BOT, I pay my office rent. My office rent is also not coming from my commissions too. So leasehold allows that because it's a cash flow. It's a cash flow. It keeps you liquid. So you can dedicate certain expenses to that BOT apartment, that BOT cash flow, basically. So if you know, okay, I have people in Nigeria, I'm sending maybe 100k or 150k to them every month. 150k times 12, that's 12 million. 500k times 3 million, that's 15 million already. Am I correct? Is that 15 million or 18 million? I think that should be 18 million. Yeah. So that's 18 million. 18 million a year. So I can just have, let's say, 1.8 million a year rather. 1.8 million a year. So 150k times 12, that's 1.8 million a year. So that's 1.8 million now. I can just find a one bed mini flat BOT that will be giving me that 1.8 million. So immediately I just collect the 1.8 million from the BOT like this. I just split it every month. I'm just sending the 150k to wherever I'm sending it to in Nigeria. So I'm not converting my dollar or my pounds to naira to send 150k to them, and I don't have to go and work, do my 9-hour shifts and 10-hour shifts and be sending money to one person in Nigeria. No. And a BOT investment in Nigeria is paying for that 1.8 million naira a year expenses, basically. You understand? You can't get that with doing land banking, because if you go and put maybe that 70 million or 80 million naira in land banking, you have to wait for the maturity after like maybe 7 to 10 years for you to now liquidate and get your money back. So, but with the BOT leasehold, you are already earning. From the moment that property is delivered, you are already earning. There is already a cash flow coming from that BOT leasehold. Now, in terms of ROI, because this is where a lot of investors get it wrong. Now, a lot of times, an investor will tell you that, oh, if I buy a land banking. Now, in terms of the ROI projection, which is where investors always try to, investors get confused. Now, if you invest, let's say 5 million naira in a land banking opportunity, and the place is emerging, infrastructure starts coming there gradually, the population starts improving in the place, and let's say after 10 years or 12 years, the land value now have moved to, let's say, 18 million. After 12 years, you can liquidate at 18 million, and then you make your 30 million naira. Now, between these 12 years, period of time, where this land moved from 5 million naira to 8 million, you are not earning a dime from this particular investment. You are not earning a dime from this land, and this 5 million naira is still solid until after you are able to sell at 18 million. That's when you have cash. Is until you get a buyer that is willing to buy and pay at that price, that's when you have cash, because it's solid. It has to be liquidated. Now, in comparison, if you put, let's say, 6 million naira into a BOT, lease apartment, let's say studio roomself, BOT, on a 17 years term. Now, after 17 years, this investment can give you between 20 to 25 million. So let's use average that this investment gave you 22 million. Let's say this investment gave, after 17 years, this investment gave you 22 million. Now, this 22 million, you are collecting that cash flow every year. So this makes you remain liquid. So which means that anytime you need money, you have an account that you can run to, that, oh, I just collected this also amount from this my BOT apartment. Okay, let me use it to do this. Let me use it to do that. Oh, my kids, or I want to do a travel. Okay, I need 1 million. Okay, let me just wait for a few months. This my BOT pay me. I use this money for it. You get it. So compared to land banking, where your 5 million can go to 18 million, but you have to wait till at the end of this maturity period. At the end of that maturity period, before you can have that liquid cash, you have to wait for the end of that. So that period that you are waiting, that 10 years, 7 years, 8 years, 12 years period that you are waiting, you are not getting anything. If for whatever reason you run into an emergency during that period, you have to look for liquid cash in other ways, via a loan or whatever it is. And that's why for land banking, there are a lot of distress sales, because people have got stock and they need liquid, and that land is there solid. Yeah, the valuation have gone up to whatever amount, but it's solid. I can't use it. I can't use it to pay my school fees. I can't use it to pay my house rent. I can't use it to pay my medical bills. But a BOT lease investment, I invest 6 million for 17 years, spread over 17 years, projected cash flow that I earn, total of 22 million. This money will be dropping every year. So if for whatever reason I have a dedicated account where, as the money is even coming, I'm just leaving it there. After like 3 years, I even have 3 million naira there now. Okay, let me use that 3 million naira to buy my flight ticket to come to Nigeria. That I've paid a bill. As simple as that. Or you even come to Nigeria, then you now realize that, okay, I even need to do things in Nigeria. I need to buy some Nigerian things to take back to the UK or to take back to the US. I just go to that account that, okay, let me just use this 3 million naira that I have here to even buy things here in Nigeria and then take it back. So this will give you cash flow every year till the last year in that particular term that you have to operate that apartment, but for this you have to wait till the end of the land banking for you to make that apartment. And considering the rental appreciation, this one is projected future appreciation on the land. So for the lease apartment, you are going to enjoy rental appreciation. Considering the rental appreciation in Lagos, particularly in the past 7 years, is too attractive for you to ignore. As at 2021, a studio apartment, 2020-2021, a studio apartment was renting 350, 300k. A studio apartment today is 1 million. 300k, 350k to 1 million. That's already 300% ROI. 300% rental appreciation just within 5 years. 300% rental appreciation just within. So let's just assume that because your own apartment is not new, so you can't do 1 million and you have not really, you don't want to do any maintenance there, you can still do like let's say 750. Let's say 750. But it's still certain that you are getting between 150 to 300% rental appreciation within 5 years. So which means that any apartment that is yielding, let's say 1 million naira for you, by 2030, 2032, you likely will be looking at 2.5, 2.2, 2.7, 2.8 million naira that apartment will be yielding for you based on rental appreciation. So it's just too sweet for you to ignore. And that's why you have to balance your portfolio. I've been saying this since like around 2022 when I started shouting diversify, diversify, diversify. A lot of people did not take me serious. They went all into Ibeju-Lekki alone. They went all into land banking alone. And now 3 years after, they are realizing that, no, I should have done this. I should have spread into this. I should have. You just have to diversify. It's important. Like I said, personally, I have 31 locations. I'm doing land banking. I just still buy. Just this May, I still put one money into one land again because I want to farm. I want to do plantain. So I saw one of my contacts is trying to do plantain on his 5 acres of land. So I quickly get 1 acre beside him just to do plantain too. So I still did that recently. So I'm still buying land, but I can't ignore my BOT leasehold because I know I can dedicate a BOT apartment to pay for my rent. I can dedicate a BOT apartment to fund my car repairs. I can dedicate a BOT apartment to fund my kids' school fees because my kids are still schooling in Nigeria anyway, or we still school in Nigeria for the time being. I can dedicate a BOT apartment to fund my office rent because this one will be giving me cash flow. So I can use this cash flow to sustain my living pending when all this my land banking after 20 years, after 18 years, after 15 years start to make sense. Because if you are doing land banking and you don't have something, a cash flow that can sustain you, all those land, you will sell it for peanuts. You will sell it for distress because there will be too much urgent need for cash that you just have to sell it at any price. But if you have already complemented all this your land banking investments with a cash flow BOT, then you have that patience, that natural patience to wait it out for that land to fully mature before you liquidate it, because you have these cash flows already sorting your daily needs, your weekly needs, your monthly needs, your quarterly needs, your annual needs. So this is how you have to balance your portfolio. So the land banking versus the leasehold BOT investment model. This one's the maturity. You have to wait till when that place have ripe, and that's when you can liquidate, and that's when you can have cash. For this maturity for our leasehold BOT, there's always an operating period. There's always an operating period for it because it's a build, operate, and transfer. So there's always an operating period. While at the period where you are operating it, you are going to be earning cash flow from that apartment. Just like we have this 5 million naira investment in land banking. After 12 years, we were able to liquidate it for 18 million. I have to wait till after that 12 years to get this 18 million. While waiting, no money, no cash. So while my 6 million naira investment in a leasehold BOT over a 17 years period or a 17 years lease term yielded 22 million naira for me, and this 22 million naira is coming as a cash flow. is coming as a cash flow. I'm collecting it. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. And whatever I'm collecting as this cash flow, the rental appreciation means that that amount is changing almost every 3 years or every 5 years or every 6 years. Then, and this is just like a comparison of what the ROI can look like. All right, so if you have further questions about this, then you can drop a comment to like give your own perspective about this. Which ones have you tried out? Which one are you looking at trying out? And if you would like to see what a balanced portfolio look like on a mixture of land banking and leasehold apartments, then you can also reach out to me. My WhatsApp number is always on the screen, and I can show you what we have available. We have our TikTok page. I always post a lot of leasehold apartments on our TikTok page. The same thing on our IG page, Installment Homes NG. I always post a lot of leasehold apartments there. Our YouTube shorts also, I also always put a lot of leasehold BOT there. That this one, 17 years lease term, 15 years lease term, 20 years lease term, 19 years lease term, and you have that cash flow coming in. That cash flow coming in for that period of time. Whatever apartment that we have, I can always do a big down of that cash flow projection for the next 17 years, or the next 15 years, or the next 20 years for you, and you see your total projected cash flow if you operate that apartment for that period available in that BOT. I can do it. Either it's a 1-bed, it's a 2-bed, for any location anyway. All right. So in case you are not subscribed yet to our videos, you are not subscribed yet to our channel, this is another invitation for you to subscribe. And I would also love it if you find this content educative, enlightening, and this opens your mind to a lot of opportunities that you have been ignoring before. Give us a top like, and feel free to reach out. You can always reach me on WhatsApp. Yeah, let me also announce I have a secretary that also picks my call. So in case I'm busy or I'm on another call, I'm outside, I'm in a meeting. So yeah, it's possible that you call, my secretary picks, and then can tell you, oh, don't worry, in another 1 hour, in another 30 minutes, in another 2 hours or so time, Rabi is going to be free and you guys can talk. So in case you call and then someone else speak, yes, that's part of my team also. All right, so I can always reach out to us on WhatsApp, and we can see how best we can build a balanced portfolio on a mixture of land banking and cash flow opportunities for you. So I still remain on the bottom part of the planet, your property advisor consultant, Rabi Mustafa. Thanks for watching our videos, and see you next time.